Alright, it's been a long time coming, but we're finally back with a Claytonix Media Splash. I wanted to start this thing off by talking about our dear departed friend Jimmy Buffett's passing the other day. It was really sad. My family certainly had been influenced by his music and lifestyle for a long time, even when I was, a baby, so... it's been crazy. I went to 11 concerts myself, and my dad went to 36. Just the amount of work that he did on the amount of just fantastic songs that he wrote. There's so many great ones. There's a lot of people out there who are posting stuff, and they're like, "Oh, the Margaritaville singer," and I was like, "Yeah, that's definitely not what it was." He's got hundreds of fantastic songs, and ones that are probably better than that song. That song, for some reason, is the one that got him famous, and the one people who don't know anything about him know. But he's just got so much, and 5 O'Clock Somewhere as well, but he's just got so many more songs that are way better than those. Like, I'll just name a couple off the top of my head. Only Time Will Tell, 12 Volt Man, Money Back Guarantee, Flora Days, Jamaica Mistake, which was one of my favorites for a long time. When I was a kid, it was Cheeseburger Paradise and Fins, but then there's so many great songs that are just fantastic. Just the melodies and the music, the steel drums, everything is just fantastic. God, there's so many. Lucky Stars, Love and Luck, Take It Back. The man just has a plethora of work that's just undiscovered by a lot of people. And like I said before, they only know the Margaritavilles and the 5 O'Clock Somewheres, but then you got Cowboy in the Jungle, Last Mango in Paris, Jamaica Mistake, Off to See the Lizard, and that whole album is great, by the way. Check out all his albums. I've got a ton of them here on vinyl, records, and they are great. Dive into all you can of Jimmy Buffett. The other thing I want to get to is that he just had a real influence on me as a person, as a kid growing up, being surrounded by his music from the crib all the way up until my adulthood. And my parents always went to the concerts, and we had to stay home with the babysitter. And I remember my mom's rule was always you had to be 15 to go to a Jimmy Buffett concert. So we had to wait until I was 15. And so, my sister got to go for the first time in like 04 or 05, which, I was like, oh, she's so lucky for that. She's 5 years older than me, so when she turned 15, she got to go in Charlotte to see him. And then it took me until about 2009, when I was 15, my first Buffett concert at Walnut Creek. And it was a blast. It was fantastic. And I was a kid, so I wasn't, I was just hopped up on the thrills. That's the power of music. I didn't have any alcohol or anything like that because I was 15, so I was just, but it, you think about it, and it was just an amazing experiment, sure, but also experience, and it was phenomenal. And I remember me and my sister, we that was only her, my first one was only her, second one or whatever. And so she was like, I remember her telling me, we know all these songs because we grew up with them. And it's true, we knew all the songs. It had only been our first or second concert for the both of us, but we knew all the songs, and it's great. And again, he's got so many great songs. I'm not even joking. Off to See the Lizard, I already mentioned that one. Coconut Telegraph. There's just so many. And I did put together a playlist, and I was sharing it with number of people, and we'll share it with anybody who wants to hear it. I called it Buffett Fever, and I made it about 5 years ago. And it was good for the tailgates, because we would go to the tailgates, and all the way up until last year. August of last year was my last Jimmy Buffett concert, and it was great. And I always thought there would be another one. You always knew there would be another one, and then suddenly now there's not gonna be another one. But just the 11 concerts I went, 11 greatest nights of my life. Buffett, and that's spelled with 2 T's, not 1 T, people. I keep seeing people put Jimmy Buffett on there. It's Jimmy Buffett, y'all. He was a legend, and he definitely just totally influenced my life and my parents' lives and my sister's life, and just and really he taught us that everything wasn't always about work. It was about having fun. You can have fun. You can party. You can hang out with friends. You can laugh, cry, go swimming, hang out at the palm tree. Just great things. So yeah, he's a legend for sure. And he coined a lot of phrases, just tons of phrases. I'm talking about, I'm growing older and not up. I'd rather die while I'm living than live while I'm dead. Our lives change like the weather, but a legend never dies. That's another really great one. And another interesting thing is that when I was a kid, and I was probably only like 4 or 5, and I kept saying, oh, I couldn't, really speak then. I guess I might have been like 2 or 3, maybe. But, yeah, my mom said that it was Good God Almighty, Which Way Do I Steer, which is a Jimmy Buffett song, and that's what I was trying to sing. And it's just funny how, even from, an early age, I was a parrot head. And I remember in like the 3rd grade, I had a shirt that said Future Parrot Head on it. So that was really cool. It's just crazy because, you mourn him and you feel like you knew him even though you did. Me and my dad did get a head nod from him at a concert once. So that was really cool. So we'll never forget that one. But, yeah, it's just... it's still tough to deal with for a lot of people, I'm sure. But he was a legend, and he, even he's got the new album coming out in November still. So even to the very end, he was, still doing his passion, which, you gotta respect that. All right, so anyway, the rest of our podcast here, I'm gonna discuss just a couple of things. Our new film, Trailer Trash, it will be out in the next few months, I can promise you that. It's been a long struggle, 1.5 years to get everything done, but it's coming together and it's going to come out, and I'm hoping it will be received well. And I know everyone's looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I've seen rough cuts of it. I've, pointed out likes and dislikes of things, and I've had, my other crew members do the same thing. So we're just getting the finishing touches on it, and we will bring it to where it's presentable, and we'll put it in as many festivals as we can. We'll have a premiere. We'll do all the great stuff, and expect a trailer out very soon as well. We will have a trailer coming out very soon. That's really all the information I have on Trailer Trash right now, because a lot of it's lock and key until we get it out finally. But just an update on that for you. Yeah, also shout out to Steve Harwell of Smash Mouth, who passed away that song, Somebody Once Told Me, All-Star. I mean, you couldn't, that is like synonymous in my head with, Shrek, and most people too, so that was a big part of my, early childhood as well. I remember that soundtrack was really good because everybody was getting the soundtrack for the movie Shrek, which I remember watching like 1,200 times when it came out. Having to rewind the thing and then pulling it out and playing it one more time back in the old days. But yeah, so shout out to him. Also to my boy Kyle Larson. Me and my dad saw him win. First time we've ever seen the guy we root for win in a NASCAR race, and we've been going for a long time. He's been going since 1973. I've been going since '06. So it's been a long time coming. We've had different favorite drivers over the years, of course, they come and go. But our new favorite driver, he drove a heck of a race and landed in victory lane at the end of it. Had a sweet burnout that we got to see in person, so it was really incredible. And so I got to mention that because that was a tremendous day and a tremendous night, especially it was a day after Jimmy Buffett's passing. So me, my dad, and my family really needed that. And it was a great race driven by Kyle Larson, and he hung in there and got it done. So what more can you expect from that? In conclusion, I'd like to shout out to all the people who are still listening to this since it's been so long since I've made a podcast. But I'm back, and hopefully it'll be we'll see, but I'm trying to make it a weekly, bi-weekly thing so that I can, keep up like I used to do. So that's the goal. Hopefully my schedule doesn't get too busy because I also am a competitive team gymnastics coach. So, I go between that and filmmaking. And sometimes it's difficult, but I enjoy both of them. So I'm going to keep doing it for as long as I can. To be able to do just a fraction of like what Jimmy Buffett did, but only in my case with movies, short films, and then later hopefully features soon. Just a tiny fraction of that kind of success would be, acceptable for me. And so that's what we're gonna shoot for, and we're just gonna keep creating. But yeah, Trailer Trash will be out very soon, so keep looking out for that. I've had BTS photos on the internet up for it. It's up on IMDb. There's a poster up there, so check it out. Also, thanks everybody for listening, and Jimmy Buffett forever, baby.